Hey guys, Scott here from the Mental Metal channel and mentalmetaldetecting.com, and I'm finally going to give you my beach recap from my annual visit to Hilton Head Island. Every year I go there on vacation and I metal detect hard. I mean, I go at it twice a day sometimes, and usually at night, because that's when low tide usually favors my my vacation, unfortunately. But I don't technically like being out there during the day trying to detect around people anyway, so nighttime works for me. I took two machines this year. I did not mess around. I took the XP Deus 2 and I took the Mind Lab Manticore. The Manticore is probably my favorite beach machine. I did use the Deus 2 times. I used the Manticore the rest of the time. I just love the Manticore on the beach. I just think it, I don't know, I just think it does a little bit better on the beach. I don't have to worry about an extra antenna, blah, blah, blah. You know, we've been through this before. You can see my reviews on the channel, but I just like the Manticore on the beach. I just love that machine. So I did pretty good with it. I did really good with the Deus 2 as well. All my rings I found were with the Manticore. And almost all of the sunglasses I found were from the Deus 2. So I'm going to do a little recap today. I do want to give a shout out. I did meet a couple guys on the beach down there. One guy, I didn't get his name, but the other guy his name's Sean Brazier or Brazier. Or if I'm hacking your name up, sorry, Shane. But yeah, I met him on the beach, and he was working it, man. I mean, he was working hard, and I just stayed out of his way. He did really, really good. The two guys I did meet down there, including Shane, I mean, these guys are tearing it up. Shane was gridding, he was doing all the right things on the beach, and he was keeping me from finding rings, man. But I was kind of glad you left, Shane, the last day, because that's when I finally found my rings. But it was a pleasure meeting you out there, and it was good talking to you too. So best of luck to you in the future out there. I know you'll be back out there, as I will be as well. But let's go ahead and recap what I found for the beach this year, 2025 at Hilton Head. Now, I'm still going to the beach. I live pretty close to the beach now, so I'll be going there a lot. Well, maybe not a lot this rest of the year, but I plan on hitting the beach a couple more times before beach season is over. All right, enough of me yapping. Let's go check out what we found. All right, here's what I got for the beach this year. Now, this was an abbreviated hunt. I usually go down for about a week, about 6 days, 5 to 6 days. I only had 3 days on the beach total time. So, like I said, I only used the Deus 2 and the Manticore. I didn't want to mess around with anything else. This trip, I just didn't have a lot of time. So, almost every pair of these sunglasses I found were from the Deus. I think maybe 1 or 2 pair I found with the Manticore. So I don't know, the Deus just tunes into those sunglasses. And I'm missing 1 pair because I found a pair of Foster, real nice Foster glasses that were probably lost that day, and my son scarfed those up because there's no scratches on them at all. But I did get a nice pair of Ray-Bans here, but they're pretty scratched. I don't think they're salvageable. And these are a pretty nice pair of Junkers. I thought those were Ray-Bans, but they're not. Nice pair. This was a Ray-Ban pair, but I think, does that say Ray-Ban? But I'm missing, I put my scoop through the lens, and aviators there. So all in all, would have had 3 pair of Ray-Bans, except put my scoop through that lens too. Let's see what else I find. I gotta, you never go to the beach without finding somebody's toy car. Bunch of little screws here, miscellaneous things. You get some zipper pulls too, some mini carabiners, 1 bobby pin. I did dig a few of these pop tabs or pull tabs. You just can't get away from them sometimes. I avoided a lot of them, but I dug a lot of them too. These 2 coins were funny. These are, you find these on the beach. People sometimes freak out when they see these because they think they're real. These aren't real. These are something you get at like an amusement park, or somebody gets them locally, buys them in a little gift shop, kids for kids, and then the kids lose them, and then we find them, and then you get all excited for a split second, your heart races, and then you realize, not so. But a few a few bottle caps. Didn't dig that many bottle caps. These were the deep ones. The deep ones will fool you, at least they do for me. Another part of a piece of a tent, and I did find a really cool keychain. That was neat. I put a short video out on that. I don't know if that would have been like a lighter or something, maybe. that they had, but or maybe just a little prop thing. But it has a key on it, so I don't know where the key went to. I did find an aluminum straw, so might be able to salvage that, use that again. I don't know. See if my wife wants that. Let's see here. A bunch of fishing tackle on the back, some fishing weights, some hooks. I like to get those hooks out of the sand because some of those hooks weren't very deep and save those kids from getting their feet stuck. Some junk here. I did find some earrings. Surprisingly, I got 4 junker earrings. Nothing real here. Nice little tortoise there. If you can see that as a star, a little cubic zirconia. Not much jewelry this year. Of course, I was in it, like I said, an abbreviated hunt. Junker. I thought this could have been real. I was excited for this, but it turned out to be not real. This looked like a nice ring in the sand. When you see it that way, you thought, "Oh man, that's a honker wedding band," but it was an earring, so I was really sad about that. Another gold fake earring there. This is a nice little earring. Has some little diamonds on it. Fake, of course. Here's another earring. Some change. I did get some coins. Don't find very many coins at Hilton Head. People don't lose a lot of money there. I just don't take it. This was surprising though. I did find this earring that actually is sterling silver. It's 925 marking on it. So that was a surprise find. I didn't realize that until I just cleaned it up today. So that's silver. I did find these 2 rings together in one hole. I think somebody probably lost them together. One of them is silver. I can't remember. I can't see which one, but one of them is. I think it's this one. That's silver. So there's 2 silver rings. This might even be silver too. I'm not 100% sure. Then I got this one. I thought that was gold for sure, but can't find a marking on it. I'm still going to test it. My wife says it's fake. It's junk, but what does she know? Anyway, this was a pretty ring to find. Now your heart gets jumping when you see something like that, but that's also a junker. The 2 cool rings I found were these 2 Pandora rings. They're not worth that much, but they're worth something. But they're almost exactly the same, except one's like a gold tint to it, one's silver. They're not silver or gold, but they're Pandora rings, so they are worth about like $40, I think. I did find my first. I didn't even know what this was. I did find my first belly ring. So counting the rings total, and this was a little kid's ring that broke for me. I found 7 rings total. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if you count the belly ring, that makes 8. So I found 8 rings if you count the belly ring for this trip. All of them were found on the last night of hunting. So like I said, Shane was out there working it hard, man. Every night I'd run into him and he was crushing it. So good for him. I did a little bit of used beach etiquette, stayed out of his way and let him have his space there. But the night he wasn't there, I went over to where he was hunting and gridded it out too. And that's where I got all these rings. So we did actually pretty crazy good if you think about it. I think the first night I saw him, he had 4 rings and a couple more the next night. And then I came in the last night and got all those. So there's some pretty good rings there in that specific location that I will remember for next year. Anyway, that was the hunt for 2025. I just want to show you the finds for that day, for those days. And I've been putting out short videos on some of these finds, but maybe I'll throw together a longer video and put it out there as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see ya in another Mental video.